Hello world, back in the office here. We're going to turn off this camera though. There's some desync issues I'm not going to be digging into that tonight. Couple of things I'll show you. Camera once I'm out of the way. Let's hop right into it. There we go for that one. And Twitch. I might have to move this down a bit. As we're getting going here, some new hardware pickups for the Kynto code sessions. Picked up a Pixel 7 on our phone. I just threw it on the Google Fi network. So it's using different towers than my current phone. Dedicated device, so that's exciting. Especially with the mobile streams and the bike and stuff, that it's already came in handy. All right, and then here we have a Elgato Stream Deck. People want to call it Steam Deck. What we're going to do with this is we're going to do some Kynto web APIs, so I can attach some chat behavior to this, such as queuing messages. So say I'm talking and, usually folks don't want to interrupt me anyway. I'm talking. I'm going to give you a way to know that you won't have that worry. The other thing is to turn on and off various levels of moderation for chat. And then we'll also do mute and pause TTS. So some of the first actions we're going to put on here. To do that, we're just going to make use of Express and nodejs. We're already using that for some backend services. And this will just trigger a GET request for that. And that'll get us going. Got a pen here, got to write down some notes from today's experience. Okay. So I did notice on Android that you cannot specify which microphone you want to have attached to the WebRTC stream, even though it suggests that that should be working. So we'll just put an investigation note down. I tell you, having that e-bike in town was a crazy experience. I was able to blast to the beach with no effort. I like the e-bike too, because some areas could be sketchy, especially in town. Just stay on the bike, anything comes towards you, just pull back in that throttle and you are gone. So I like that a lot. Plus it has a fishing pole holder on it. So that'll work nicely. Let's go ahead and pick up that chat. I don't expect we'll be on too late tonight. I recently had a woman ask me what is a deal breaker in a potential partner. It's an interesting question. I've never really had anyone ask that before. But I'd say it's the same deal breaker I have for any type of relationship. That is, people that say they're going to do something. It's one thing to convince me you're going to do it. I think it's a cardinal sin to make yourself convince yourself you're going to do something when you don't. I like inquisitive questions. All right. And we did have Preston on tonight, and he was very curious about the Discord setup that we have here. As I hope you know by now, we have YouTube live chat integrated. It spawns an avatar on the screen. That's what the bottom part of the screen is. We also have Twitch support now. I do have to release it, so bear with me. And then I have a script open because we're working on a Discord implementation. I think this will work better for YouTube watchers. They'll just be able to load up their Discord, click into the channel, I'll have instantaneous feedback for the commands and the chat entries. Now, since we're going to be processing Discord first, we're not going to be relying on YouTube's moderation APIs at all. But I do have OpenAI integrated, so we're going to make use of them. So that'll be nice. We did run into a situation, of course, where MJS versus CommonJS, the way imports and requires are handled. You don't really have to worry about that too much in web with Webpackers and all that. It takes care of it for you, but when it comes to Node, it's a little bit dirtier. So we're going to have to keep that in mind. What I'm going to have to do though is grab another laptop, generate an API key for a bot. I'm not going to do that on screen, but I'm going to create the UX on screen. At least get it to connect tonight. Our dedicated computer for such activities. All right. I was actually locked out of Discord for quite a long while. I wasn't too bothered until I tried to do some cleanup in there and actually create some bot keys. But I was able to get that back. It's hooked up to an email that's 20 years old. My main email I use is 16 years old. You can see that on my YouTube channel. If you go back, you'll see the oldest video is about 16 years old. It's because I posted stuff when I was a bloody kid on here, coding. Although it's only the past 6 months, 5 months I've actually taken to coding in this format. Okay, let's pull up Discord. Oh, that's right, I'm signed in the web app. Alright, hopefully we're on the right account here. Kynto. Yes, it looks like it. Now I just have to stumble around the UI until I get what I need. If you're new to this channel, this is where I build out Kynto. It's a live chat driven avatar system. Integrates nicely with all the major streaming platforms. And you can, I also use it to actually share my screen, share my cameras. So it's also web dev, it's all done in JavaScript. Alright, so I did set up a channel here. Integrations. Let's see, do we need a webhook? I don't think so. Alright. Let's see what GPT has to say. And all the code we're working on tonight will be nodejs. You should give me a minute here, then you'll see some code in. Create an application. Hopefully it's as fun as the Twitch process. Looks like I have one created already. I do have a key. Where's the secure key? Yeah, of 2. Yes. Alright, I'm gonna split a screen off to the side. That's actually risky. We'll generate a fresh one. when you stream coding, the worst fear you have is to open like a .env file. Back to applications. New application. We'll call it code log. And then I should probably just quickly spin up a UI for this. What we'll do is we'll take the one I did for Twitch, copy and paste. How does that sound? It's really nice seeing all these services get built out and integrated. It's easy to feel like one doesn't get much done, but look at my Git commits, it's not the case. It's just a mass name. We'll make it case sensitive. Discard. 8 instances replaced. Let's capitalize it. What's that? Ooh. Ooh, indeed. Someone alive recently just taught me a key combo for this, but I've already forgot. Alright, that'll do right there. So, enter Discord application ID. And then we want to create another input group for the secure token. Let's call it token. Enter Discord. Enter secure token. That's better. All right. Let's go update our use states to be more relevant. That there. Let's rename video ID to be application ID. And then we're also going to need to, wait, hold on, let's leave that as is because we can rename it to channel ID. Create a new one. Just use a new state in React. Channel ID. So this will be the channel that this integration connects to. And it's on a per room basis. Kynto. Right. Just to get the juices flowing, we'll code. MB3, that gives us a margin block at 3 rem, I believe. It's a nice little util class, a little nod to Tailwind, which I'm not using in this project at this time, but if I ever get the urge to phase out Bootstrap, I'd go to Tailwind, 100%. Just keep this in mind. It's always good to localize first. You're going to have to come back and do it later. Okay. Pass in a default value. So this is how I get by being lazy doing localization. I'll just hard code default values whenever I'm calling these keys. So that way I've got stuff shown from the get-go and I can generate a language file. But I still have the ability to come in, populate these keys, override them. So it's kind of the best of both worlds. which is as good as you're going to get with me. Okay. Let's call this channel ID. What else do we need? We need our actual input element. And this instance is going to be type password. It's a copy and paste these values in stream. That's one reason to do it. ESLint is not configured on here for whatever reason. Look. npm update. Oh, that's channel ID. So yeah, that's going to be type text. We're good here. No, that should be token. Okay, so change this type to password, and you get all your little stars. You get that for free from the browser. Look at that, I said to localize, and we're not doing it here. It's fine. Value. Where is our... That's what I get for going on 4 AM and driving around on a weekend. That's how this entire channel's been built this far. Let's not change it now. Here. Application ID. No, this should be channel. Bloody hell. Lovely arrow function. Before we had this in JavaScript, you would lose context of this. Basically, anytime you invoked a callback, to get by that, you could use bind or apply. Then you'd pass in the value of this before that closure. However, that was cumbersome. I eventually just found the easiest method, which is to assign this to another variable, like create self or whatever the name of the top level executor would be. Just name it that. And that got me by for long enough, but it makes me think though, these new JavaScript developers would even know what to do if you didn't have an arrow function. And this doesn't behave, literally. And we will disable this if we are not connected to the service. Different, it's connected. And as mentioned, this is our third integration. Hey Dodat, appreciate you. I'm just going to demo this real quick if you're still on here. One way you could show your support, other than literally what you just did there, would be drop a like on the channel and subscribe. It tells the algorithm, hey, this stuff is relevant to people that might be interested in this sort of stuff. Okay, so I'm working on this. I'll pull this over here. What I'm going to do is connect the live chat into the little system I'm coding. So what I'm doing right now is I'm coding it for Discord. The YouTube one's already been up for quite a wee bit now. Once I click this, your message should be read out, and then further messages. Because we are in Generation Z or whatever, it does run through moderation filters. Alright, start polling. Well, your message appeared on screen, but I didn't hear it get read out. Let's test it. We're using the accessibility API in the browser to do TTS.
Snappo says 123.
Alright, well it should be working. And do that to your point. If you look at some of my streams from even just a couple months ago, there was instances where I'd be coding for 3 hours, build entire feature sets, explaining every part of it. And I was lucky to get 16 people to come on. What I've learned is just not to take it personally and talk as if the right people will show up eventually. Let's bring our code environment back. Now that's hooked up. So what I just demonstrated for YouTube, we've already done for Twitch as recently as last week. We're doing it for Discord today. So it's going to be an avatar chat powered by all the big services that people use to actually talk on streams and talk about them. We live in an age of AI and moderation, and there's a lot of instances where that slows down or stops people from chatting via all sorts of stuff that I can't say keywords for, but it could also be used for good. Before having moderation done through AI, you'd have to have a human do it. So taking in all the live chat services and combining it to one avatar chat that's shown live on stream with TTS would have been incredibly dangerous. So you just have to dig for the gold. That's done. So now we have this. Oh. When does this? Is there any more instances? Twitch. So what we're going to do is have an accordion stacked. I'm using React Bootstrap for the base UI components. What we're going to do is add our Discord integration to that. Forgive me as I fumble around the folder structure. This project is gigantic, as you can imagine. All right, here we go. So this is where we're loading a Twitch. This is where we're loading a YouTube. I'm just going to go ahead and import and do the same for Discord. Pop it at the bottom. I believe it's cathartic to type, so even when I could just copy and paste it where other people would just vibe code it, it's important to me not to do that. I do use AI to help debug and refine ideas, format things, but I don't want to become reliant on a technology. I thought I was already reliant enough on Google search. Why make it worse? So there's times where you're going to be in a situation where there's no internet, or a service is down. You're still going to have to code. As programmers have been doing this for a while, we're part of the generation that was just how you did things. We're very lucky. Discord Live Comment Manager, import it. Do a quick reload, ensure UI is functioning. I run tabs for production and local development environment here. So let me figure out what it is. There we go. Good. What's this one? Reload this one. You can tell which one's local because the rooms are absolute chaos. Alright, our server's down. Let's get our server back. We're using a Docker typically, but right now we're not because we have to be fast to code. So we're just using Docker to run our MongoDB instance. Appreciate the likes tonight, guys. It's encouraging. Invalid type. We do here. Check the Most of this is junk. Let's just go all the way up to the layer. 26. Down here in the logs, you can see we're using WebSockets for instantaneous packet dispatch and receiving. We're also using another layer on that called WebRTC, which lets us do WebSockets peer-to-peer, device to device, which is incredibly awesome to have that for free. It's still hard to fathom that we have that. It's not being utilized as much as it should be. Especially with all the privacy concerns and the costs of servers these days. We should be doing everything we can to offload at least media transfer. Okay, we're looking for accordion 926. Why is it not pulling comments? Hey Rudra, how are you doing tonight? We're in the process of adding another service to the avatar chat here. Your message should have been read out by YouTube, so let me go ahead and just do a test message and see what the hell's going on there. Done it for YouTube and Twitch so far. I'm doing it for Discord now. For those folks still listening, sorry I have to repeat myself so much, but it's the nature of live here.
CodeLock says hello. Also testing YouTube readouts.
Weird. But that's the basic system right there. I need to automate posting in all the different commands you can trigger from the chat. Chat has a lot of control over what's shown on screen right now. We can actually control my avatar. We can spawn items into the room that other users can pick up. Okay, so 26, what was the issue? I don't see the issue. It must be in this component. Something is going on. Let's take a look at the diff file and get here. See what I've got. My screen's so blown up that it's almost difficult to do that, but appreciate the like there. That helps us out. As you can imagine, it's difficult to find an audience for this sort of content now, but I'm already building it. I want my diff. My screen's so blown out. Give me a second. Oh, none of this code's been committed yet. Well, that's problematic. Folks, you should commit your code often and early. Unfortunately, I like to have a feature completely polished off before I do that. Yes, that's burning me. Just so you know, I added some profile links to my YouTube channel. It contains the Discord, so you'll get to see this integration live and get to benefit from it. I encourage you guys to check that out. YouTube has a polling delay built in to their live chat, unlike Twitch, unlike Discord, unlike a plethora of other services that use WebSockets or some sort of pub subsystem to receive chat messages. YouTube, you have to ask an endpoint, and they limit how many times you can do that per day, enforce it. So that means I have a poll duration of about 4 seconds, 5 seconds, plus you have the latency of YouTube streams, which is not insignificant. But to be fair, it was the whole thing that got me excited about coding this in the first place. I'm still blabbering around in here. I need to get to this one. Okay. Might have to restart React. This makes no sense why that's broken. Everything's fine. Actually, let's see what the React logs are saying. Shout at me. Good. Let's just restart it. Dog is ripping out my cables. Thank you, dog. What do you expect to stream? Alright. See how the errors are quite subtle in the explanation, but if you click into the stack trace, sometimes it gets you something. Let's see, here we go. It captures the error, swallowing it up so the stack trace isn't dumped in here. That's beautiful. Love you, Facebook. Just... a couple of things to pay attention to in the debugger here, because this is using WebSockets and WebRTC. Logs do come in useful, especially the way this platform's configured. Everything is essentially an event with all sorts of logic that could be attached to that event, and other events can trigger other events. So what it allows for quite scalable development. If something goes wrong, you want to see how things flow. So that's why we'll have quite a bit going on there. I have no idea why it was thrown, but it's our chat panel here. Let's zoom in a bit. Look right here, just do a quick demo. If I share desktop here, it replaces the background of avatar chat with a screen, with an application. I can connect phones, microphones, capture cards. It's all done in browser. And then up here we have the UI that integrates live chat. So like in YouTube, for instance, I went into this YouTube panel, put in the video link, and I put poll duration because it's YouTube and they're disgusting. And then I click start polling, and then it creates an avatar for every kind fellow that says hello to us. to reload. I just lost that. I do want to see what I could do about integrating reactions and likes as well, to get that to trigger some in-game stuff. Just a quick reminder that I'll be integrating Kynto actions, moderation actions, stream actions directly into this little Steam Deck that I picked up. It's quite painful to know what's unmuted, TTS enabled, or what's actually running. All right, so that's fine, just mucking about here. Discord Live Comment Manager. Yeah, is it React? Is that the problem? No. What am I not seeing here? Ah, right here. See accordion body. In their version 3, they didn't have it segmented into like a child property. But we do now. That's what did it. It's crazy how such a simple error resulted in such unreadable errors. Look at this. You've likely mixed up the fault and named imports instead of just saying, hey, this component doesn't bloody exist. Yeah, that was the issue. So there's Twitch. Discord's right here. Discord channel name. Why is that duplicated? I don't know. Okay, so let's go back in there. Start connection, terminate connection was good. Token. I like to do this as I build out the base integration first, then we come back, throw a bunch of sliders, toggles, all data driven to actually manage the service. We don't have to repeat Discord again. Just enter Discord. What is everyone else working on coding, hobby-wise? Sometimes we get into fun discussions there.
Nirver Singh says, hey brother.
Hey Nirver, how are you doing tonight?
Love from India, India Red Heart.
Oh, it's probably daytime there, eh? Appreciate the love, thank you very much. Are you interested in programming yourself? A lot of folks come on here from India. I think it's the time of stream. Plus you guys are into tech, that helps a lot.
Manjunath U says, hey bro.
Hello, welcome. Folks, make sure you are subscribed so you can catch me on the next streams. I promise it'll be more fun seeing this service integrated than it is in the UX here. Also, if you like the channel, that helps tell YouTube that other people should check out as well. It's pretty much the only way you have to tell them that, like, hey, this is worth checking out. Other than just watching the stream, that is immensely helpful too.
Sure, what are you developing?
Okay, good question. So you hear your chat getting read out. You all have unique voices. You all have a unique avatar. So I'm developing a system that integrates with YouTube live chat, Twitch live chat, and Discord, and combines it all into one stream. So my use case is for it is I code this thing, I stream building it. Other people can get engaged, just talk using the services I create. It does a lot more than that, but that's like the top. Like that's the easy part to see what it does. It also lets you share your screen.
Rincon says trolalelo trolala.
Oh boy. Hello. Should I Google that?
Brother. My age 18, I want to mail carrier in coding. Going to start college. Can you please guide which path to take?
Oh great.
Oh, is this yeah, so I'll tell you what works for me. I'm a self-taught developer. I have 20 years in the industry. I started out with web, and I've built native phone applications, Swift. I've done desktop in C#, and I think that you want to go into web
Bombardilo
development.
crocodilo.
You want to go into web development, either back end or front end. So it wasn't that long ago where you had to do both.
Brother. Which has more job or money?
I'd say back end and front end are pretty close. I'll tell you, there's huge demand though for native iPhone development.
BRR patapim.
All right, buddy, I'm gonna have to mute you. Sorry about that. When it's reading out messages, I have to be judicious. iPhone development has a huge demand, and a lot of US companies are looking towards India to fill that. But I can also say the same for web development. Java, maybe look into Java. Any other folks in the chat could definitely chime in. I'm sure there's plenty of experience in here.
Brother. What you do, your age. Where you live?
Good question. So, I'm in my early 30s. I've been coding since I was 11. I started getting paid at 16. I'm from the UK, but I live in America, Florida. And I do web development and iPhone development. So Swift and Vue-free. I think having a personal project will help you become a better programmer. Even if you go to college, you'll have a leg up over anyone else. I'm in hiring panels at work, and I've hired people onto Indian teams. And whenever they have personal projects to show me, it doesn't matter what part of the world you're from. If you've got something you're excited about and can talk about it, you're likely going to get the job. Especially if you got to the point where you're talking to me and someone can appreciate it. So if you're into game development, or you want to make yourself a little game, or you want to make an app for recipes or something, you need to come up with something. Plus, join the Discord as well. There's a lot of people that know how to code in there and are learning how to code. And we all help each other out. Like, the more experience you get, you're still going to be Googling all the time. Yeah, for some reason, YouTube didn't pick up your message, but you said, how could I contact you?
If we know both dev and little marketing, I think we can lot of opportunities in the market.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm looking for feedback here as well. Like, it's fun to see projects succeed, especially when you've got individuals building them or just giant companies. Navarre, go ahead and join the Discord. You can talk to me in there. you have to click my channel and you'll see it in the channel links and about me. Unfortunately, I can't put it anywhere else. YouTube doesn't like it. But join the Discord and I'll message you on it. And as far as marketing, and I think that's where I dropped the ball. Especially when it comes to my own stuff, I've always had a problem of undervaluing it, like charging too little, or not really understanding just because something, like I can do something, doesn't mean everyone else can. Okay, we want to wrap this up though, so let's reload and see. Well, I'm missing an input group, that's what's going to, missing a form control.
Bro, I don't know what is Discord.
Oh, you don't know. Well, just make sure you at least subscribe to the channel, and I'll see if I can set up a WhatsApp or something. That's a good idea for.
Brother, can I ask you something? I have a repo. Would you like to take a look and share your inputs?
Yeah, absolutely. If you're interested, I could do it on stream. But more than happy to do that. I've had a couple of folks ask to do that, which is awesome. I love looking at code. I love talking about it. If you can join the Discord though, that would be the best place to send it. Or you can tell me the repo name in the chat and I'll Google it.
It's a private repo. I can share access.
Ah. Well. Okay, just make sure you join the Discord and then you can figure that out.
Can you share your email?
Let me see if I can set something up here. Give me a second. It's a good idea to do this. Give me a couple of minutes here to get the email figured out.
Brother, help me.
What I'm going to do is I'm creating an email address for the channel. And I'll have that up there, so give me a minute here. Oh, for goodness sakes. Okay, almost done.
Brother, please read my messages.
Can you hear me? I'm setting up an email address.
codelocdev@gmail.com. Send an email there if you want to contact or send code. Okay, I'll share the repo here.
Bro.
Yes. Nervare send email LOL.
Oh, it's disabled because we're not connected. Just throwing myself off. Okay. Let's pretty much that. Oh.
Bro.
Buddy, you gotta listen to me. If you just send an email to me, we'll be able to keep in touch. It's that simple. Just say hello.
The email address is codelocdev@gmail.com.
Alright, let's switch over quickly to the back end here. We're gonna probably start shutting this down in about 5 minutes because I have work in the morning and plenty of it coming up there. It's also very late here in America. Nothing new for me, but on a Monday morning I'm gonna feel it. Just taking a look at the docs off screen here. Create a bot user, so we've got to create a Discord bot. Go ahead and do that. We'll call it CodeLock. We want it to have the ability to send messages in threads. Oh, it's just, Discord has its own TTS system. Curious if it has unique voices, because Kynto sure does. I don't need it to moderate anything. Add reactions. Looks like quite a powerful API here. Okay. How do I save it? I just have the Discord thing off screen here. It's important to do that when setting up services that generate API keys and tokens, because if you put that in your live stream, anyone could take that, connect to it, and do some damage. I guess it's done. Add members. Let's see if we can add our bot here. Quick look at all the required parameters for the Discord. Create an OAuth €2 to add the bot to servers. OAuth 2 makes development a pain, I'll tell you that, because if you're developing something, you likely don't have that code on a production server that can even be loaded by an external service. Slightly confusing. So this is going to be explosive in terms of engagement possibilities, though, with all the events we have access to here. Wow. We even have this system. So I'm going to just stub out some of the sample events we have here to make tomorrow easier. Okay. So this is a custom plugin system for a custom WebSocket backend, all custom. And it got so big I had to build my own plugin system. And it exists on multiple layers. The server, you've got server level plugins, and you also have room level. When it comes to chat integrations, they belong to the room. That way, different rooms can have different integrations. It also means other people can use them. So there's a couple of events, looks interesting. You can respond to message reaction add. So it's like if you add a thumbs up on a Discord message, we can let YouTube know that. Don't know what I'd do with that, but it's a possibility. What else do we have? Oh, the one I did want is when someone joins a channel. Guild member ads. Whoa. There was a web TV show called The Guild. It was pretty funny. I'll take a look at initial look at the repo, but just so you know, it's very late. I will be signing off short, so you're gonna have to come back tomorrow night. Tomorrow during your day, maybe 2 hours earlier than today, and I'll be there and able to go through it with you. Let me just confirm I got the invite. Also, while I'm pulling this up, let us know what language you're working with. Obviously, I'll be able to find out, but let's everyone else know. Alright, cool. I did get your invite on GitHub. So I'll take a look at the repo tomorrow, because I'll be signing off, but I just want to let you know that I did get the invite. Thank you for the additional like here. That helps us out with what we're trying to do. So you'd have to go and click on my channel to see the link for that, unfortunately. If you click on it, I can show you how to do it though. 2 seconds. Apologize for not getting much code done tonight, but if you go on my channel, like when I'm finished or whenever, see all this. If you click this, where it says more, you'll see the Discord link right in there. And that'll get you there. Also, if you want to see more detailed explanation of the core features I've built in the system, head over to videos. I don't post many of them, but this most recent video it's only 10 minutes long, 9 minutes, and it explains some awesome stuff. So go ahead, check that out. Quite excited to finally have like a good explainer video up. It's part of a series though. There's so many features here that I've not covered yet that I'll be just releasing some additional ones. But yeah, so everyone knows, to join Discord, you click view your channel, go to the channel, sorry, click more, and you see it there. I think you got it. And I'm just going to quickly test out the Twitch implementation before we shut this down. Show you what we did here. I know you new folks don't know. If I type code lock on Twitch, hello one viewer on Twitch, I appreciate you very much. Okay, so we have the chat open, right? What I'm going to do, what do I have to type? Oh, I have to get the token. What the hell? Give me a second here. Generate this off screen. Got the token. Copy that. And dump it right here. The channel name. It's code lock. When I click start connection, check this out. It connects, right? Now I want you to see how instantaneous this system is. So this is kind of messy, so I'm not going to show you that. It's a little bit cleaner. You're going to see a message appear within a second of me typing this, if this all works. Instantaneous. So that's the point I'm trying to make here. And there's the avatar. Twitch from code lock. You see his little chat message. If I send additional ones, it shows right under them. But this is allowing us to connect all the chats and make chat a part of streaming, code streaming specifically. It's, you know, trying to do the coding without this system is boring. You can feel like it's like having a one-sided conversation. So I'm going to go ahead and start shutting this down. I'm happy to know that all still works. So I click terminate connection, now it's disabled. Now no messages. If I type there, nothing shows up. But as I mentioned, for a lot of the world, Discord's a big application for folks to keep an eye on channels, keep an eye on game development apps. We're able to just message from the channel, get it into the live stream. All right, I appreciate you guys hopping on for a very sleepy stream. Keep an eye on the channel, you never know what's coming. Was it a couple hours ago, I was riding a bicycle to the beach, demonstrating Kynto's ability to transmit video and audio wirelessly over the peer-to-peer network, and it worked. So very exciting. And we just broke 3,101 subscribers. So it's been an absolute brilliant past 30 days for us here. Keep it up. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Shut this down. And I'll take a look at your code on the repo tomorrow. Thank you for the invite. anyone else that wants to submit code or just talk code, please feel free. I'll throw in the email link as well to the channel so it's easier to find. Never, I don't have WhatsApp, but I'm more than happy to help you. All you have to do is send me an email and we'll keep in touch. I know you have an email because you have a YouTube account, so you can send emails. I'll type it one more time. All right, fantastic. I'll see you on the Discord. That's brilliant. What I'll probably do then, since we're going to take a look at your code, I'll message you just to be like, hey, we're going to take a look at your code now, tomorrow. So keep an eye out for that. For the folks tuning in the wrong time, I'm shutting down the stream. Go ahead and subscribe if you want to see an interactive avatar chat that takes all the live chat services, combines it into one, uses AI for moderation. There's a ton of features, WebRTC, JavaScript, built for the web. Yep, never I will. All right, guys, I gotta go sleep. Thank you. Appreciate the support.